As you can see, folks, my Samson Strong hoodies have finally arrived. And as promised, this design kicks some major ass. Now, they cost only 25 bucks a pop, and I've got them in sizes medium, large, extra large, and double extra large. I'd love you to pick one up, show how Samson Strong you really are. I got a PayPal account for that set up at samsonstrong4@gmail.com. And I'm even going to be setting up a physical address to send payment or an order that way. I hope you buy one and demonstrate to the world that you are your strongest self as the logo promises. And as always, stay Samson Strong, baby. Peace. Hey, what's up there, fellow Iron Warriors? Samson Strong coming at you. And as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be confessing and ranting. Confessing to things that I've done or thought about doing in the gym over the last couple of weeks that go right against what I normally preach or what common bodybuilding thoughts and principles usually are. And I'm going to be ranting about things that I wish would be a lot different about the world of modern bodybuilding. Okay, I'll leave it up to you to decide which one of these items falls into what category on this list. I promise you a couple things. It's a long list. I'm going to make some grammatical errors and flub my speech quite a bit, but it's enlightening. It's definitely entertaining, so stick with it and enjoy. All right, I'm going to start with item number one. This is a confession. I joined a Planet Fitness. Yeah, I did it. I joined a Planet Fitness for a change of pace. Now, we all know in the bodybuilding community, they get a bad rap for being unfriendly to bodybuilders and gearheads, or maybe if you're not a gearhead, but a metalhead or an iron warrior, call it what you want. Like us, people like us, guys who go to the gym, guys and girls who go to the gym like us. I found my experience to be very different. I went in, I kicked some ass, I trained hard, and I went home. No one bothered me, everyone left me alone. So my takeaway from this is, maybe this Planet Fitness isn't bodybuilder unfriendly, maybe they're just asshole unfriendly. And if you're anything like me, you probably are at least a little bit because you're watching this video, you probably just want to go to the gym, kick some ass, go home and deal with your life. And that's what I did, and that's what this Planet Fitness let me do. I promise you this is not like an advertising shit for them. That was just my experience, and I confess I like the Planet Fitness experience. Burn me at the stake if you want to. That's just that's just my experience. Moving on to number two. Second confession. I waited more than 45 minutes to finish my post-training carb shake. I missed my anabolic window. I did it. Oh no, I'm going to wither away and die like dead leaves in the autumn breeze. But you know what? Fuck it, because here's my thinking. I eat enough throughout the day, the nutrients are in my system. They're going to get shuttled into my body, into the muscles that need them to recover, because they're there anyway. So if you occasionally miss your anabolic window, don't freak out. You're going to be fine. You're still going to grow, and you're still going to get the results you're looking for. Moving on to number three. I use momentum in the gym today. I shouldn't have. I talk a lot about not doing it, and I do mean those when I talk about it. I mean it. You're not supposed to. It really hurts you. And I got an instant karma kick in the ass because while doing bicep curls, I overcurled, strained my hand, strained my forearm, and hurt my knee from almost falling on my ass. That's what happens, or what can happen, when you use momentum. I learned my lesson. Again, I hope you take that example and keep in mind next time you're training. Okay? Number four. Now, as much as I enjoy good food, at least the way good food can taste, I really don't like eating. I really don't like eating at all because I have to eat so often and so much that I'm always bloated. I'm always full, and that limits my ability to train well. Sometimes it even limits my ability to sleep, which means I'm not recovering enough. So here, if I could tell you, or if I could ever, again, not have to eat my entire life and still make gains and get big, if that were ever possible, I know it's not, but if it were, that's what I would do. I would never eat again. That's how much I dislike eating food on a regular basis. I don't know. What do you think about that? Tell me what you think in the comments section. Moving on to number five. All right, I'm going to blow your minds, guys. All right, you got to hear this. Hear me out. Arnold Schwarzenegger did not have, and never did have, the best physique, not even in his era of bodybuilding. Why do I say this? Well, it's quite simple. Number one, look at the man's legs. They were not equally developed to the rest of his body. His upper body was huge, back immense, chest immense, arms immense, shoulders dense, abs great. His legs were like chickens. All right, now, I'm not saying my legs are any better. I mean, maybe they are, but who knows? But there are other bodybuilders that were kind of fading away in their careers as he was starting his. Guys like Bill Pearl, the man who inspired me to start bodybuilding in the first place. This guy's physique was unbelievably complete and very balanced. He was thick as a brick shithouse, and every single muscle on his body was almost equally developed. as far as consistency, as far as overall quality. Go look him up. Go Google him. Check him out. Check out some pictures of him back in his day. His physique was much more complete than Arnold and other guys in Arnold's day of bodybuilding as well. I know you may not like these, but this is the truth as I see it. Number 6. This is a bit of a rant. Stop trying to put physique and figure under the same umbrella as bodybuilding. That's it. Stop doing it. Make a separate goddamn confederation, the International Federation of Fitness and Physique. I don't care. Fitness and physique are not bodybuilding. I'm not saying they're not hard. I'm not saying they're not difficult to do. I'm simply saying they're not the same as bodybuilding. It takes an entirely different dietary skill set and training skill set to accomplish a physique for physique competition or figure competition. Bodybuilders go way beyond. All right? I happen to like the freak show that bodybuilding is. Why? Because it represents something to me. It represents a bodybuilder's ability to transcend physical pain and mental anguish and push your body to limits that you thought physically impossible. A freak show bodybuilder can do that, has done that, will continue to do that. And that's what I aspire for myself. Not necessarily be as big as those guys, but to always be able to push that limit and continually improve. That's why bodybuilding is different. That's why bodybuilding is always going to be better than physique or figure. Again, that's my rant. If you're a physique competitor out there, nothing personal. Hope you don't take it personal. I hope you still watch the channel. Number 7. This is going to be a little bit of a mind blower as well, but bodybuilders, we're not automatically the apex or peak of physical fitness. We're not. I know it's like what we like to portray, but it's simply not true across the board. All right? Now, it's not to say that bodybuilders aren't and cannot be healthy, but we're gearing our nutritional plan for maximizing muscle growth and not all around health. Now, there is an overlap between nutrition for general health and nutrition for bodybuilding, but the takeaway here is that maximizing one nutritional plan will automatically, by nature, limit the other nutritional goals or designs that you might have. All right, number 8. As a bodybuilder, it's expected that I love to train everything, but I confess to you right now that that's simply not true. I absolutely deplore and hate training hamstrings. You wouldn't know it to look at me, but I truly dislike training hamstrings. Now, I recognize that my dislike of training that body part, it predisposes me to train it less often and even less intently. But because my overall goal is to develop a beast-like and overall balanced physique like you guys want, I know that I can't just simply skimp on it or squeak by on it because that would ruin everything. My entire shape would be different, and I would not and cannot let that happen. So I train it extra hard to make sure against that. Right? To, I guess, call it insurance against that. I train the body part I hate the most to make sure that it doesn't become the body part that shows that I hate it. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Anyway, moving on to number 9. Today at the gym, I became a talker. I admit it. I lost my focus, and I ended up having about 3 separate conversations with different friends at the gym, and it completely ruined my flow. It did. Now, it resulted in a workout that lasted about an hour and 45 minutes. Now, it's not a bad workout. It just wasn't a focused workout. And thankfully, it was effective nonetheless, and it serves as a reminder to me and to you that it's okay to occasionally, once in a while, maybe dial back the intense focus as long as your workout still remains pretty productive. Mine did. I'm just trying not to let that happen often. Moving on to number 10. This is a confession. I let my pride dictate my training today. I train with regard to my ego exclusively and made best friends with the mirror. I love that guy, the mirror. He's awesome. Consequently, I ignored the effectiveness or lack thereof of the exercises and weights that I was using. I committed the sin of pride in the gym, and on this occasion, I let my ego tell me that I was the biggest and baddest motherfucker there. Now, today I was, but that's not always the case. There's often days when I'm not. I'll have to write this one off as a loss and avoid the ego trap from here on out, like I have consistently done in the past, and I hope that you're doing when you go to the gym. Now, make sure you don't do the same thing, because pride and ego have no place in determining your training routine and your approach. The goal should always be to follow a reasoned, pragmatic routine focused on results and not on your self-aggrandizement. So thanks for listening to this. I know it was a little long. I know I made some speech errors like I promised, but it was definitely enjoyable, I hope, and I hope you got something from it. I hope you found this a little bit entertaining at least. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. You can also contact me at sampsonstrong4@gmail.com and at Instagram at samsonstrong6. My contact info is below, posted underneath the clip. And as always, fellow Iron Warriors, you know what to do. Stay Samson strong. Peace.